Howdy and aloha, everyone. It's James with Mana Talk. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. So we're actually witnessing some history. Every day is going to be history, obviously. But right now, these two guys are talking. And what everybody is hoping is that they will continue to talk and come to some agreements. They're not going to be perfect on everything. We know that. But what we do know is Trump isn't going to put up with, anything, because that's Trump. He's just not going to do it. He's not going to bow to anybody. I mean, he's been very gracious, very nice, very everything. And I think it's important. It's just, it needs to happen. I think one of the biggest reasons why Trump's out there is because Trump's a deal maker, the art of the deal. And his goal is to bring peace to the planet by everybody getting a piece of the action. Because that's where we're at. Right. Thank you for joining. You're welcome. And they've been looping that, and they're not showing a lot. They're not going to show the private talks that they're going to have, and they may have some disagreements and stuff, but they have Bassett there, and Susan Wiles, and Marco Rubio, and that other guy that used to live next door to Jeffrey Epstein, and a few others, in his motorcade. And he actually took the beasts, both of them out there, and a few other of their vehicles, to make sure he was protected. But once you get into somebody's country, you're at their beck and call, at their hands. So right now, I think that he's bringing up Iran. I think he's going, look, these guys have been controlling that and getting paid to create a nuclear weapon, and they're very extreme. And we're not talking about the Muslims. We're talking about the extremist Muslim Sharia law crazy fucks that beat women and make them wear shit. I mean, I brought this up many, many times. It happened back in '79 with the Islamic Revolution, and then all of a sudden they come in and they took over, and we kind of let it happen. I think it was sad. And you can do your history or read up on that Islamic Revolution in 1979. And that's when it kind of all started. That's basically when it really, that just craziness. I mean, and it's weird because I see liberal women supporting these people. Like, oh, what are you going in there for? Well, what if that came to our shores? And it's starting to. I mean, there are sects and small secular groups within the United States, Texas, and we've heard all kinds of different stories out there and seen them, and it's been proven that they want to bring that here. No, this is America. We don't do that. You can practice your religion, you can do your thing, but when it gets too fucking crazy and you start making everybody, there's a water park in Texas. This is fucking hilarious. They closed down the public water park, and this is in Texas, I think, to have all of them in their habibs or whatever, fully clothed. And I've seen it in California. I used to go to Wild Rivers and a few other places at these water parks, and the Muslims would come in, and they wear, they're not bathing suits. They're like full suits covering their entire bodies, with these little slits for their eyes, and it looks like wetsuits, but it's like yoga pants, and it's I don't know, 98 degrees in the summer, 100 degrees, something like that, and they're out there, and it's terrible. And the men are in Hawaiian shorts. I mean, it's so oppressive. And this is the stuff that just, the misogyny is beyond compare. But for some reason, the liberal Democrat supporters, just these crazy fucks, they're just, oh no, no, nobody should be treated. I would never. You wear whatever you want to the water park, as not as you're exposing your private parts to kids, which would be the case right now if Kamala Harris was in office. You'd have all kinds of. Just imagine how the chaos and the craziness that would be happening in this country right now if fucking Kamala Harris was president. I just have to keep reminding people, and it's just really weird because you've got some people on the left that, I mean, crazy is okay. Nuts. Look, you can be nutty as crazy as you want. Keep it in your own house, your own room, your own, domicile. You're on your own property. Do whatever you want. But once you start bringing it around the kids, once you start trying to influence people with your craziness, and the craziness is just the nuttiness, that the fucking asylum-like thinking out there, just it's such a small piece, but it's gotten bigger over time, and I've proven that and shown that on this channel, that it's very prevalent, especially with the stuff that people are eating, they're viewing, they're listening to, hanging around with. The septum, the ear, nose ring is a clear indicator that there's definitely something wrong with that person. They're on medications, they're addict, whatever the fucking case may be. It's just, why would you fucking, I have nothing against piercings. I've never had one. And I have nothing against it. But that septum thing and the little bull nose ring, just always an indicator that, yeah, you're pretty fucked up. There's something wrong with you. Definitely something wrong with you. And that's, and if I ever see that at a nightclub or I'm out or anything like that, and some chick walks up to me, I'm going to go, have a nice, no, thanks, take care, bye-bye. Don't want to be a part of that shit. And that's their choice, plus, they're fucking fully boosted and vaccinated, which, of course, that's shedding everywhere. But if you go down this list, oh, this is really cool. This guy, Tony, is a fish cleaning machine. I want to show that. It's fucking just, the guy is amazing. How he cleans carp and freaking bass. And I mean, it's so fast, so quick. It's amazing. And then there's this chick here. People are defending this psycho. I mean, he's a man that dresses like a woman, and he's like killed people. And the Democratic supporters are supporting this person. It's just fucking, it's amazing. I've tried to see it from so many different directions, and I'm thinking, well, no, they're just fucking crazy. At a certain point, you have to realize that there is a definite epidemic, infestation, a plague of just fucking completely lost people. And there's really many different ways we can take care of this or fix this, but it has to do with your diet. It has to do with what you're reading, what you're seeing, what you're around, who you're with, what's going on. And it makes such a difference just by cleaning your system, cleaning your soul. I'm not saying you to go out and be a Christian or whatever. You can be Hindu, you can be Muslim. I mean, there's some good Muslim, good Hindu, good everything out there, Buddhist, whatever. Jews, I don't care. The thing is, maybe get a little faith. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a Christian. It says it on my dog tags. I've been to church many, many times. I went to church. When was the last time I went to church? I went to the church a few months ago. Yeah, about 6 months ago. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I'm fine. I used to live in a church facility, in a sense. Next door, almost connected to the church. That house is awesome. I miss that house. I'm sure there's memories and negativity and positivity there, but it just depends on what you bring in. It's how you live. It's how you act. It's how you start your day. You know, and these people, there's so many of them that are just fucking lost. Now, the other big thing here, let's put this in the middle, is the CIA. Trump's gone. He's, up here in China. He's China right there. And the CIA, which we all know, most of us, if you're paying attention, is part of the deep state, and they've been that way for a long time. I'm just kind of tripping out that Trump has no idea that the CIA just raided Tulsi Gabbard to steal evidence for MK Ultra, JFK, and all this other stuff. It's like, what's going to happen? My question is now: is it happened? Anna Paulina Luna exposed it. Let me play it real quick because I think it's important. I think that's important. Let me go. Not that one. Not that one. Well, this one. Open in new tab. And I'm going to show. It's right here. Give me a second. It's everywhere. I just found it here, but my new internet connection is fucking amazing. Honestly, I actually have 2 internet providers, and because I do a lot. I've got my financial advisor certificate now. I'm going to be getting on the phone for small, medium-sized businesses, alternative loans. We're talking invoice loans. We're talking bridge loans. We're talking small business loans. We're talking line of credit loans, all kinds of stuff. You need some information on that, let me know. The company I'm working with, they're out of New York, but they're definitely not liberal New York. These guys are diehard American patriots, and they're doing everything they can to take care of the small businesses and the Americans in this country. And all the lenders, from what I've been told, are from here, are American lenders, which is good. They're risking their capital to help small businesses, which I think is great. All right, let me see what Anna. To the
MK Ultra files, the CIA famously has said that all documents were released and other documents had been destroyed. So these are allegedly those documents that apparently never existed, and so very troubling. I did just talk to Chairman Comer, and we are sending in the next hour or so a preservation of documents request to the CIA. I have calls into the White House, to the director of the CIA himself, and so obviously, as this develops, we'll keep everyone up to date. But strange times we're living in. You also.
That's crazy. So who's the director of the CIA right now? Director of the CIA. Google is CIA. Everybody knows that. Ratcliffe, right? Director of the Central Intelligence Agency, having been sworn in January 2005, leads collecting. He's in there. So it's this guy here. I've seen him before. I'm just trying to put a face to it. There it is, that thing. I just popped on the website. No, I'm in trouble. Right? Oh, yeah, he's definitely got CIA written all over him. Shit. That is just, that's CIA right there, right? If you were to be if you were a CIA guy, this would be that guy. Anyway, I am hoping that this man, who I believe was appointed by Trump, didn't know anything. I'm hoping that he didn't know, wasn't privy, somebody tricked him, something happened, and he wasn't aware that this was going to go down. And then I also want to hear what's going on with Trump. And I mean, he's, let him focus on China, what's going on with that meeting. Hopefully he'll get out of there alive. God, please. And I hope that when he comes back, whoever's responsible for allowing that to happen, because Trump wanted everything released, which he's trying to do as much as he can, of course, right? But the thing that I'm saying is I want to see accountability. I want to see, which we're not really seeing. I mean, honestly, now we got to add that to our list, right? Russian hoax, still nobody's in fucking jail. Benghazi, nobody's in jail. COVID-19 vaccine deaths, Fauci. I think he's supposedly being investigated now, but I think the statute of limitations is up, right? Fauci and Bill Gates, for sure. Bill Gates needs to be a part of that because that guy's just, I can't believe fucking Trump would allow that sick pig to sit next to his wife. I just think that there's some people in the Trump administration that are completely unwilling to show Trump, hey, that's probably not a good idea. You might want to not do that, but it's called the Michael Jackson syndrome, the Mike Tyson syndrome, where the people around you are such yes men, yet they won't give you it straight. I mean, if you talk to me, Don, I'm telling you, Mr. President, I'm going to tell you what the fuck is going on. I'm going to just say, and come here to get your information because that's where you're going to find it. They're going to kind of, listen, all my stuff are opinions, perspectives, my made-up conclusions or whatever. You can take it however you want. But like I always say, chickadee, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check your sources. Always question authority and its sources at every turn. I think that's our duty as Americans because we employ these people. We vote for them. It's like we hire certain people to do the job that we want them to do. So we should always find out what they're doing. That's our job. Excuse me. You know, let's go down the list here. AutoPen, yeah, J6 committee for sure. Afghanistan, Epstein files, Hillary emails, cocaine White House. I mean, it's just like we don't know who brought fucking cocaine in the White House. We don't know. We don't. Come on. It was fucking Hunter and that fucking drugged out family. All the Doge findings, nothing's happened with that. But thankfully, Trump and Elon have mended things, and they're getting back together, which is the new word out. And they just, and I think Elon went out to China with him. I think I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Hunter laptop. You need to check out Anthony Weiner's laptop because that's got some Hillary and Huma stuff in there, and the 13 cops, and some of them disappeared, blah, blah, blah. 2020 election, of course, it was fucking rigged. Of course, J6 was bullshit and scam. Biden family corruption, oh, that's just, but we're just not seeing it. We're not seeing it. And then you can, like I said, you can just add this CIA thing to the fucking list, of who's not, of no accountability. I mean, hit the button, the no accountability button. It's just everywhere with this administration. I'm just not, we're seeing low level, low hanging fruit from the fraud that's happening in Minnesota, and California's coming up and all this other shit. But we're just not seeing the people that allow it to happen. Smokey Fauci has a special pardon for any time he ever commits now or in the future. That makes sense. The thing, I got to comment on that. I'm glad you brought that up in regards to Fauci, because here's the way that could go down, which could be detrimental to Trump, because Fauci could be brought in. He could go through an actual court hearing for crimes against humanity or, genocide or whatever. What the fuck? God damn it. Remind me later. What the hell was that? Microsoft has just gotten shittier and shittier. But if he's hauled in, he's going to point the finger. He's going to immediately point the finger. And I keep telling Trump, look, you got to do it. You just have to say he got sold. And the thing about Trump and his ego, and we all know he's got it, he's got to come down and say, look, I freaking believed him. I thought everything, and all the people that were behind him, dozens and dozens that were all working for the World Health Organization and helped, sponsored probably by Bill Gates and their depopulation agenda, which is all that's about. I believed him, like other presidents in the past. I mean, so many different. Let me show you this picture real quick, and I'm glad you brought that up. Snort. Hey, good to see you, buddy. Or know that you're good. Are you good or good? Everything good? Let me just. I gotta go to my. Oh, I don't even have Facebook up. My new connection is good. I'm getting like 900 and something speeds. It's crazy. It's freaking crazy. Fucking Rick. Rick, I get it. It's gonna go down. Just hang tight. Right? Yeah. It's gonna go down. I know. Let me check these photos because I just posted some really good stuff here. Now, I posted this, and I think it's good that we look at this because it's what people are saying. It's notice the pattern, right? You want to notice the pattern. And the pattern actually here, which people are forgetting, is I've added that because it's very obvious, is that besides it being during election years, right? Besides that, Fauci was a part of all this. Fauci sold every president of this era, right? And now this antivirus shit that just, I was like 4 people have passed away and one. It's just, did you know that there's morgues on cruise ships? Big cruise ships, there's morgues. You know why there's big morgues on cruise ships? Because senior citizens go on cruises. They get totally shit-faced, and some of them don't make it back. You know, God bless them. They want to have a good time. They're going to go out swinging and fuck with a Mai Tai. I'm okay with that. Have fun. But, you know, this is a rodent thing. That's what it is. Everybody knows it except for if you have a septum and you're wearing a mask. You know, if you have a fucking nose ring and you're wearing a mask and you got blue fucking colored hair or whatever hair you got now, and you're just going, this is what people need to notice. And I should probably put that in this picture I got. Fauci fucking created all this shit. He put all of this together, and he's been doing it for a long time. So Trump, all you need to say is, look, I get information from people all the time. I make decisions to protect the health and well-being and the welfare and society of the American people, the U.S. voting republic, blah, blah, blah. This man brought a lot of evidence, and I believed him, right? Just like a lot of people bring stuff to Trump's table, of course. Right? Of course, they bring all kinds of stuff. Oh, you should do this. You should talk about this. You know, but they fucking keyed in on him and said, you got to do this. Well, sadly, he bought 200 million doses of, I think, Pfizer's and Johnson & Johnson somewhere in July. And it's in one of my old videos. I was like, oh, fuck. Because at first he was saying this new corona thing was a hoax and that's what he was saying. And then he changed his tune. Which, man, I'm concerned about the money motivation. So if there's any ties to that, then that could be detrimental for Trump. So that's the only reason why Trump wouldn't pursue Fauci, which we all know probably is the case. Right? I'm going to tell you right now. Again, I'm not the biggest Trump supporter on the planet, but I do believe he's a bazillion times better than the direction we were going with Kamala Harris. You have to admit that. And we would be in, I mean, how much more money would we have sent to Ukraine? How much money more bullshit we would have gone through? Iran would have gotten more money. They probably have a nuke by now. Is it like, yo, are jammed at server? I have 2 gigs of downloads. Yeah, no, I've got the 1,000 megabytes per second plan. It's a good plan. It's not very expensive, and I'm very happy with it right now. I just got it installed today, as a matter of fact. It's fucking cool. I'm looking at it right now, and I have my other one for backup, which is good. So I have 2 internet because I do work from home during the summer, which is good. And I'm going to Colorado, and then I'm probably gonna go. I'm really seeing this. Because I was going to do it last January and go out. I was really going to go to Hawaii, but then I decided, no, I'll go to see my daughter and all that stuff, which is fine. But I will be going to Hawaii this year for sure. I have some business to take care of out there in regards to the sovereignty of Hawaii. Excuse me, the treaty, the new treaty that's going to be designed, and I'm working with some people on that right now because there was never a treaty. There was never a treaty. And it's not a succession. Hawaii is not going to break away because once Hawaii breaks away from the United States, then it's just up for grabs. And that's just fucking retarded. Because then that means you could be invaded by whoever and wherever, every like 10th on the totem pole, 8th, 9th, 10th country can come in and fucking do whatever. And of course, China's going to make the first pass. Russia will be in there soon. You just can't do that. You can't do that. Right? It's America now. I don't care what you want to say. Hawaii is America. Is the part of the United States of America. Now we can start a treaty for the 20%ers, I call them, people like me who's 42% Hawaiian. Then I think where you won't find a 50% Hawaiian anywhere anyway. And I'm gonna get off of that topic because that's for my other channel, Hawaii Lore, which I got a big story coming up for that. Since I've got more time now, summer's over, college is out. Oh man, I went golfing the other day. I shot a terrible score, but I'm just out there swinging the club in a beautiful golf course. And I'm telling you, my buddies, Ricky, Mike, my good buddy Eddie, we're having a great time. We're just having the fucking time of life. I mean, every time we turn the corner, we're just like, how fortunate are we to be out here, man? It's fucking awesome. Good kids, good people too. Ricky's like retired vet. Mike's a retired police officer, police chief, I think. He worked in narcotics and all this other stuff. He was just fucking amazing guy. That guy walked the other day. And Eddie and I work at the college. I'm a soup. He's a soup too. So we get along really good. Good boys. We're listening to some old school, man. We're listening to not just Snoop Dogg, but I think if you were to watch the movie Fridays, there's some good stuff. My boys were doing a great time. We had a good old time out there. I'm very fortunate to know these people, and they're good, decent men. Having a good time going out there and fucking golfing like rock stars. Yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna go back to here, go through a few other of my photos. Congratulations, by the way, to Sean Strickland, the true American. I didn't know his nickname was Tarzan. Why is it Tarzan? Disney Tarzan. Pics. Let me see. It kind of looks like him, man. That kind of looks like Strickland. Strickland used to have long hair. That kind of looks like him. Doesn't it kind of look like him? Is it just me? But it kind of looks like him. Right? Yeah, that would be Tarzan for sure. Yo, hey brother. Hey Jordan, how you doing, buddy? When you get a chance to talk to Dr. Shiva, tell him he's just spinning his wheels until he invents the process of indicating who has the mRNA COVID vaccine in their systems. Okay, nobody's going to pay attention. He's actually losing a lot of people. I watch him every once in a while. A lot of his stuff is good. He's got some great ideas. He's burnt some bridges by just the guy's not a marketing expert. He's a systems and scientist method kind of person. But as far as marketing, he's not good at that, or advertising, which is prevalent. He's working on it, though. He just to create that fucking test to indicate who's got the crap in their systems and who doesn't. If you can, that's going to expose a lot. That's going to, yeah. Anyways, Sean Strickland definitely did a great job against Chimi, who wrapped the belt around him. The guy had so much support, so much respect for what Sean did. It was just fucking cool to watch. That was a great fight. I watched it on Paramount Plus. Hey, look, Pfizer hasn't made any money. That's good, right? Great. That's my old roommate. We used to have some cool fucking Halloween parties together, man. Lots of people, fucking DJ and karaoke. It was fucking great. We had a good time. And then the hantavirus, geoengineered. The hantavirus is pulmonary. It's already inside of that shot, right? It's already inside. 3 people are dead, another remained in it. Just fucking baloney, man. Oh, this is terrible. Did I already show this already? This is terrible. That I can't believe they fucking did that to that person. I mean, that's DEI. But I wanted to show. Oh, this is odd. This guy posted this at 1:30 a.m. June 11th, 2022. That said, "Corona ended. Antivirus 2026." And he predicted this because there's several different COVID types of flus out there that you can get, right? And obviously they did this one. Terrible. This has to be simulation. Let's do the lottery next time, but instead, don't post it publicly. Just send me the DM, okay? Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. That's wild. That guy fucking nailed that. I mean, you know, somebody had to guess. There's all kinds of shit out there you can do. Yeah, it's just pretty recent. I think I've done most of these. Where's my abouts? No. Oh, this is great. Look at this. This fucking just makes no sense at all. What the fuck? This idiot. Rape did not exist among native nations prior to white contact. Well, wait a second. I repeat, that's crazy. This is the feminist whatever libs out there, just crazy. So what you're saying is only white people rape people. Is that what you're saying? Because by the way, I'm half white. So that's a little offensive. Kind of a lot of offensive. You know, the way God made, and I've got to say this because this is just the way it is. Men are the aggressor. And when men are horny, they do things. And I'm not, of course, here he comes, condoning that or saying it's good or anything like that, but that's the way God made us. To breed. And women at a certain age, usually from the ages of, I don't know, 20 or to 32 or whatever, whenever they're fertile, right? They want to be impregnated. They want to have children. It's just in the DNA, you know, and in hundreds of thousands of years ago, there was a lot of stuff happening. I don't know if you saw that. This reminded me of not Hannah Barbera, but what's her name? Hannah Barron? No, Hannah. What was that movie? Prehistoric movie with Hannah. Watch this. I'm gonna find it. Prehistoric, old, prehistoric movie with Hannah. Yeah, there it is right there. Daryl Hannah. It was called, no, that wasn't that. It was The Clan of the Cave Bear, right? And this was a long time ago. And she was like, you know, mounted very many times, but tell me that didn't happen a lot back in the day. That's all I got to tell you. And some women are okay with being mounted. That's all I got to say. I'm going to get out of that topic. That's so fucking... See, wait a second. bro. You go a little too far with that. It's just crazy. It's like, fact that, it's all white people's fault. It's all white people's fault. Even white people are saying it's our fault. No, it's not. It's just, this, there's a, I always say, no matter what you do, I think this is the most important thing I can tell anybody out there is, and trust me, I've made probably more mistakes than most of the people here. The miracle is that I'm still alive. Honestly, the miracle is that I'm not in jail. I'm just telling you, when I was younger, I was partying in Compton and Watts. I was partying in Beverly Hills and all these other places, and just all kinds of crazy shit that I was doing, and I was able, by the grace of God, to get out of these places. And I mean, there was just that final decision where that's going too far. I mean, I've never taken a needle except for a flu shot that I got in November of 2019, and after that, I've never had a needle. No, never had a needle since then. And no, I didn't take the COVID-19 mRNA genocidal bioweapon vaccine. No, it did not happen for me, just letting you know. But you're going to make decisions. And some people need to be held accountable for their decisions. I have, right? I have. Like my taxes, my state taxes, and I got my state taxes. My federal were taken for some state thing, that unemployment, whatever thing that was happening. They took some of that out of there, so I didn't get a huge return, but it's being handled and it's being taken care of, and I'm taking care of it still. But it's like this close to being gone. It's like, I don't know. I'll probably get rid of it by the end of this year for sure, and then I'm free. But it's not, because I've already made arrangements and all this other stuff, so I'm already fine. It's never really affected me, which I did a while back. But the thing is there's so many things that I've done, that we've all done, that for some reason you're going to make that decision. You're going to make that one decision where you're not going to show up. You're going to make that one decision where you're going to go there instead of go here. You're going to make that one decision that's going to dictate what your life is going to be in the very near future, or in the far future, or in the future, because it's our actions that speak louder than words. And I know this is hard for some people to hear. I know this affects a lot of people. But, I mean, if anybody knows, I know. Right? And then when I see it happening in front of me, or to me, or around me, there's just things I can do and some things I can't do. But I can't be around people that aren't making good decisions. It's just not going to happen. I don't want to be around people, that aren't doing what they need to do to take care of themselves, their loved ones, period. The people I associate with, most of the time, or throughout my life, have been, I would say at least 89% of the time, have been fucking winners. People that are just decent, pure, honest, with great integrity type people, and I like to be around that. That's what I like to be around. No, I am not perfect. I am telling you right now, I am not perfect. But you are the company you keep. If you're sleeping with dogs, you're going to get fleas. And I'm going to say that again, because that pretty much dictates it. If you're sleeping with dogs, you're going to get fleas. I'm not against dogs. I like dogs. I love dogs, right? I've had many dogs in my time. But I'm going to say, if you're literally sleeping with dogs, you're going to get fleas. If you're around people that are with those fleas, you're going to get those fleas from those dogs. You can't, no. Yeah. And all it takes is the decision. That's all it takes, right? I mean, Trump is right now making the decision to risk his life in such a crazy time where he's, just devouring, in a sense, Iran, but at the same time, he's got to go make a deal. He's got to go to China and figure out how to fix this shit. Because if China jumps in, then this could last forever, right? And then then it becomes China, and now we don't want that. And then Ukraine is breaking down, and has been dismantled. Thank you, Donald Trump and Jesus and everybody else involved. That's just a stupid story. Sorry, no, that's just a giant Cayman Island scam. Lindsey, it just reminds me of Lindsey Graham. It's just a piece of shit, right? Mitch McConnell, and so many other Repiglicans that are out there that exist within the deep state, and they're just terrible people. The swamp has definitely not been completely drained, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But back to the decision making, and I'll make it simple, right? If you want to change your life for the better, just make the right decisions. That's all. And it's hard sometimes. It's hard because you get lured sometimes. Sometimes you get roofied, or sometimes but it's that decision to go to that place or be around that. If you associate yourself with those people in that environment, you're going to become it, right? I don't. I've got everything I need. I've got tons of food. I've always had. I take care of myself very well. My friend's dog is very cool. Okay, thank you, Jordan. That's cute, buddy. Anyway, the cool thing is you can change it. You can become something that maybe you didn't think you would ever become. But knowing that there were people out there that still believe that you are that person, and know there's a piece of you that's there that wants to be, how do I say this? That wants to be you, and saw you, and knew you, and then things happen, the plagues, viruses, scams, and hoaxes, and poisonous food, and all this other shit, and influencing, and and everybody gets affected, and it just breaks. It just kind of ruins the decision making, and I get it. I fucking get it. I've been there. Many people have been there. But right now, we do have a very strong president. I hope he comes back and goes after those CIA people, which I think he should. Let me go here real quick. Oh, no, not there. Wait, right here. Okay. I'm going to jump down in here and just kind of bip through here a little bit. Nobody's buying this crap, as most people have already done most of their research, themselves. Right? The comments in here are fucking hilarious, though. Right, okay, antivirus or norovirus, oh my. Moral study, stay away from cruise ships. Okay. I've been on a cruise ship. It's fucking cool. I would love to go again. I want to go through the Caribbean. I've never been. You know what sucks? I was so close to the Atlantic Ocean. I never got a chance to touch it. I wish I could do that. I've got to go. I've got to go there. I want to go to the Caribbean, maybe Florida or Keys or something like that. My sons have been there. I've never been there. It's fucking ridiculous. I did go to New York when I was like 3 years old, my mom said. They drove in there. My dad said did some performing, worked with Sammy Davis Jr. or something like that. Anyway, let's go ahead. Oh, this is good. This is what's interesting. I got to play this. This is fucking hilarious. Wait, where's the volume right here?
Barack Obama got when he visited the country. Here's what happened to Obama. You can see he got off the plane. He had to use the little stairs, not the big stairs. There's no red carpet, just some roses from this lady. And, he's shaking hands with there's some old Chinese guys who are there to meet him. And there's no band. You can hear in the distance that, there's a little bit of a engine noise from the planes. And then Here's what happened today when President Donald Trump landed. President Donald Trump comes off the main stairs. There's a red carpet laid out, miles and miles of it. All the Chinese dignitaries escort him. The military men are lined up on either side with their full regalia, and there's students with flags and chants of welcome. Listen. I don't know what they're saying.
Make America great
I think
again.
they're saying, "Make America great again," or I don't know, maybe they're singing the YMCA in Chinese, but it is dramatically different from what we saw with Barack Obama. Can you tell which leader seems to be more respected by China? President Donald Trump just landed in China, and a lot of people are Donald Trump just landed in comparing the reception that President Donald Trump is getting to the one that Barack Obama got when he visited the country. Here's what happened to Obama.
I'm scribing. I'm just scribing for it. You just got to keep going. I'm trying to plan to do it. I said, read the comments. It reveals how ignorant some of these people are. Yeah, when you go to this post, it's just really retarded. Democrats love unverified voting. That's true. That's true. They love it. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Democrats are fighting to protect cheating. That's their whole game. And that's been their game for a long fucking time. No voter ID, no verification, no trust, system you can a system you can't verify is a system you can't trust. Yeah, they're hiding ballots, they're hiding documents, they're hiding emails, they're suing. This is happening everywhere. The Democratic Party in most blue states, and I think in every state, are suing against allowing DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, and Elon Musk and his boys to come in and do an audit, to investigate, to see if they're doing their job right. Maybe there's some money that's kind of misplaced or whatever, but they don't want that to happen, especially with the voting. What does that say? What does that really say? Of course, it says, we don't want you to catch us, so we're going to do whatever we can to stop you from seeing the evidence that we fucking cheat like crazy. That's it. There's no other getting around. There's no other way to see that. When you're stopping the authorities from, it's like you just stole $1 bazillion and you have it stuffed inside of your house, right? Or in a car or whatever. And you're saying, no, you can't go in there. I don't want you to see the evidence of the marked bills. I don't know. No. You know, I mean, it's so apparently obvious that these fucking people cheat like crazy. And the SAVE Act is still being screwed by a guy named John Thune, who is just a piece of shit. He's part of the deep state. That guy needs to go. Huckala and a bunch of other fucking Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell. Yeah, Lindsey Graham. He's not your fucking friend, Don. I'm telling you, he's not your friend. He's kissing your ass, licking your nuts right now, but I'm telling you, the guy doesn't. He's only doing it. He's only doing these things so you won't investigate him, so you won't out him, because the guy needs to go. He needs to fucking go. Period. Right? Lindsey Graham's just shit. I mean, I can do a whole fucking show on it. I could take like 5 days. The guy's just a piece of shit. All right, let's see what else we got here. Just read the comments and you'll get to... Yeah. This is prevalent. This has been everywhere. Kauai woman has been sentenced in federal court. Let me just make sure you guys can see that, right? For abusing fraudulent criminal activity, COVID-19 relief program, the relief program, all the stuff they put out there, the PPES or PSS or whatever the fuck they put out for people to get these loans and all this other shit. It's everywhere. That was the biggest fucking scam. And the money they sent out to all these fucking Democrats was crazy. Yeah, and you can watch what's going on by the way, with Xi Jinping and Don, with Gigi. MSN is only getting this. It's not much, but it's smart to keep the globalist predator class mouthpiece out of their meetings. Yeah, absolutely. They're just showing him arriving. They're just showing them having their first little meeting, how they're going to talk to each other and kind of cooperate and all this other shit. It's really cool. It's really nice. It's very simple. But I'm telling you, you do not want the mainstream media, which is the tentacle of the globalist predator class, and they exist. They exist. Oh, this one's heavy right here. So Susan Wojcicki, and I remember this chick, the former CEO of YouTube, who boasted of having deleted over 1 million conspiracy videos. Hello, about COVID-19, mother of 5 children. What do you think happened? She died of turbo cancer because she took the fucking vax. Right? That's it. That's what happened. The person responsible for taking down my YouTube channel from mid-2020 to 2025, because I was warning and alerting people to be weary of the COVID-19 mRNA vaccine. She died of turbo cancer, as many that took the jab are sadly encountering now. All right, so I don't want people. No, I can't. I just can't say it. I'm not going to say, good riddance to you. Well, I fucking said it right there. Kind of, karma's a bit. No, I shouldn't even say it. I'm just saying. But she's responsible, in a sense, for millions of people dying. Infertilities. The infertility rate in this country has exponentially grown to heights never seen in ever. And what do you think that's from? Right? All right. Prominent LGBTQ Pride org founder Jake Tucker convicted of 7 counts of sex trafficking. There you go. And my comment is Democratic Party pedophile gurus. As I said, Democrats are the pot calling the kettle black party, which they are. And they're going to scream all day long that Trump's a pedophile and all this other shit. But he's not in jail, and nobody's convicting him. Nobody's even pressing charges. Is anybody pressing charges against Trump for his pedophilia? No, they had 4 years to fucking do it. Oh my God. All right. Nick Shirley was out in Hawaii. Way to go, Nick. Get out there, do a little surfing. Tillerich is going to regret this. Obama enters Texas Senate fight with support for James Tellerica. This fruit ball. A fucking World Economic Forum fruit ball. Look at him. Hey, man. See that little picture? Hey, fellow fucking pedo. Yeah, that guy's a sick fuck, Obama. Him and Big Mike. Yeah, go see the Joan Rivers. Yeah, we all know. Yeah, we all know. He's trans. He's a transgender. We all know it's not a big deal. And she misunderstood the question that she clearly said. It's like, dude, you wouldn't. Yeah, and there's so much information. Okay, Hawaii is under the United States. Oh, this is good. Military new Indo-Pacific strategy. I'm gonna look further into this, but what I wanted. But I'm going to say, and I'm going to post this too, and you can read it, but I'm not going to go into it. But what I'm doing is getting, this is not reparations. It's just fixing an error that happened during the annexation of the United States, of Hawaii. And it wasn't done correctly. So what they did is they gave leased lands, which rentals. I don't care if it's $1. It's not their property. If you do something wrong on the property or something that the state government doesn't like, then you get kicked off, right? That doesn't happen when you have your own property, right? So it's just a big rental lease for the Department of Hawaiian Homelands. And I'm going to work with some people on this, but these guys, I'm telling you, if you're Polynesian, you're watching me, if you're somewhat Hawaiian, you've got to make it sensible. It has to make sense on every side. If you reach too far, you're not gonna, nothing will happen. And that's pretty much the way the world works. Sometimes you got to go for it, and sometimes you just got to go, hey, I get it. All right, going back to here. Let's see what else I got on there. Yeah, bravery and fortitude, and the balls on this fucker. He did it back in 2008 or 2016 or 17 or something. He went out there too. They had a big fucking thing for him. Climate change. What the fuck is that? Oh yeah. This, you should watch this. Anybody, you should watch. Tony fooled everyone, including Trump and Fauci, has to be held accountable for not just the flu-19 scam, but also the deaths from the vaccines. Sadly, pathetically, the Department of Justice missed another opportunity to put Fauci in prison. Yeah, and it's sad. He's going to get away with it. If he doesn't, he's going to die suddenly. That's all I'm going to say. Congratulations to UH. Oh, yeah, University of Hawaii. These guys, why is it University of Hawaii always wins volleyball? God, these guys are just fucking amazing. They're always in the top 5, top 10. It's just coaching. I know it's coaching. It's coaching. Right? Share this shit. That's Kerry Mullins. Yeah.
The PCR is a method of analysis and wasn't designed to test for a virus. Mullis explains why.
And with PCR, if you do it well, you can find almost anything in anybody. It starts making you believe in the sort of Buddhist notion that everything is contained in everything else, right? I mean, because if you can amplify one single molecule up to something that you can really measure.
You see, what I did, I proved all this. Before this even came out. Before that even came, why isn't this fucking stopping? For God's sakes. Before this came out, I had already proven that the PCR test was bullshit. Because I was going to go to Hawaii because the fares were so cheap and nobody was going out there, and I was going to take Stevie with me. And then they just made it really hard for us. I mean, the price was so fucking low. And then, you had the PCR test, and you had to have it a month before or a week before, and then you had to do this. And I said, I don't want to take any of this shit. But I was willing to do what I needed to do. I really wanted to take her fucking really bad to Hawaii. But, that would have changed everything. That, God, man, that would have fucking made a big impact in our life. Sadly, it didn't happen. But the thing was, is I looked into the PCR test and found out that, you could, it's the cycles and how you run the cycles. It also tests for any time your body reacts a certain way to whether it's an infection, a virus, or an injury. It's the levels of how this DNA or whatever in your system spikes. So, people were testing positive for fucking.
There's just very few.
And then, of course, California. This chick is out of Arcadia, and I used to live next to Arcadia, which is above Anaheim or borders Anaheim, California, next to my hometown of Huntington Beach and Newport Beach. And the thing is I've seen this chick before. I've seen her many times, and look. I posted this a few days ago. What most of you do not realize is that there are dozens, maybe even hundreds, or perhaps thousands of Chinese agents that have been in this country for years or decades. And this is just one of many investigations to come out of more than just China, along with many other countries that have had their allegiance to their nation, which is usually not of an ally or a friend of the United States. And they're everywhere. This is it. They're everywhere. I'm telling you. And this is all going to come out. It's coming out now, for sure. Who's Dolly Jewel? Who's that? Diana Block. Oh, she's gorgeous. Are these the people that look at my stuff the most? Is that what that one? And then Pasta Jardula's checking me out a lot, I guess. Is that what that means with these pictures? 'Cause I don't know. Laura Sire. Who is that? I don't even know who Laura Sire is. I know John Mason, Aliko Aloha. She's fantastic. Pasta Fernani, Greg Snowpen, one of my old-time friends. Victor Vega, one of my old-time friends. Very successful. All these people are very successful, very decent, good people. I don't know Dolly that much, we have one mutual friend. Who is this person? Become friends with, but she's checking me out. Jolita Liberty. That's kind of weird. I'm gonna look into that later. That's just kind of freaky right there. Oh, these car shows I used to go to. I used to live in Santa Ana, California. I'm telling you, it's fucking awesome. No accountability button. Caspel DA Terry Cole and the prosecuting Mexican drug cartels. Yeah, but that's as far as we'll go. Won't go up any higher. Like the whole low-hanging fruit. God bless your troops and their families. This is really good. These guys come out of these planes and they're able to go straight to their families. It's fucking cool to watch. This is good. We're going to play this for sure. There we go. Here we go. Play a new tab. Antivirus crisis actors. I might get a commercial, so yeah.
Is it just me, or is the Cabal's central casting agency completely broke? Like, are you guys on welfare? Do you need some help? Like, do you need to fire your production team, your writers, and all of those shitty actors? Now, if you're like, what is a central casting agency? Well, you see, those are families, like, baby farms that provide their kids to the Cabal. They're kind of like a lesser on the pyramid scheme of, like, Cabal families. And sometimes they provide us with actors when they need them for propaganda, such as this guy. You guys all remember Crybaby Jake here, who's like, oh my goodness, we're real people. This isn't just a headline. It was so heartfelt, right? Oh, just pulled at my heartstrings. I had to clutch my pearls until I found this.
Girls get vaccinated. Gorgeous vaccinated girls get boosted. And gorgeous boosted girls get boosted again if you're eligible.
Well. If it isn't Jake from State Farm, no, I'm just kidding. It's Jake from the Central Casting Agency. And he's trying to rile us up emotionally. But then we find out that he's a spokesperson for, like, that cruise. And then we find out that his mom is an MD. And then we find out that his sister works for an agency or a consulting agency that used to follow how well we were receiving all of the COVID information. Yeah. You see, that's his mom, Stacy K. Rosemary, and she's an MD. And if you're like, well, how do you know that that's like her? Well, look down here. It says she has 3 grown children by the name of Rachel, Jocelyn, and Jake. And she has a particular interest in newborn care and pediatric preventative medicine. I wonder if that includes vaccines. Yeah. And if you look up Stacy with that last name, you're going to find a chick that works for this company. Now, if you look up Stacy, who's the sister of Jake Farm over there, she actually works for someone called Haggerty Consulting. And Steve Haggerty's the founder and the senior advisor at the company. And if you look down here, what their thing is, it's basically a professional emergency management. And you see COVID-19 right there? The whole world is their stage, and it's up to us whether we want to participate in that theatrics or not. And we have free will, and free will is something that they cannot take away from you. So I've seen better acting in a 70s porno than I have with this central casting agency reusing their crisis actors. So anyway, yeah, I have a meeting in Fort Worth now, looking spiffy. See you guys later. Is it just me, or is the Cabal central casting?
Yeah, that's fucking, yeah. It's so easy to, I mean, all the protesters for the Democratic Party, I would say at least, 50, 60% of them, and maybe the 20 or 30% are just people who are, okay, I'll go, right? But most of them are fucking paid crisis actors. They don't really fucking care. They're there to make, there are countless interviews in the past 2 to 3 years where Nick Shirley or whoever, social media, whatever, some reporter, independent reporter comes up. What are you guys trying to do here today? And the person's like, I don't know. I just show up and get paid. Literally. It's just crazy. And all of Kamala Harris's fucking town home meetings and her fucking bands, and everybody was pissed off because they didn't get paid. Do you guys seeing this is fucking real? It's just so sad. It's just, and people are so easily manipulated. And I'm going to tell you now, I get it. It's hard, but I always say, just follow your primal self, right? If you stick with your primal self, you're going to be okay. That's what I say, you know? That's what I say. I say stick with your primal self. You're going to be fine. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the people that care about you, love you, want you, need you, think about you, and be with those people, you know? I think that's very important too. And connect, and don't be a stranger. You know, my mom, which is sad, hates Donald Trump. My sister has got serious TDS. And it's just weird. It's just fucking weird when you watch the level of hate. It's just visceral. It's terrible. It's venomous, right? And just get rid of it. It's not going to help you. It just doesn't. Sometimes you just got to give it to God. I always say that, right? Just give it to God, you know? And God bless America, everybody. Definitely God. America first, right? MAGA, Maha, Masa. America first. God bless y'all. Aloha. Thank you. Just